Now you would have gone through the portions of your exam, right? That is, you have from the first chapter till the fifth chapter, okay? All the chapters you have. You have to give equal weightage to all the chapters. Okay, equally the sums will be divided among all the chapters. So don't think that only second term portions you have to revise. Everything you have to revise, okay? Because your paper is for 100 marks. Okay, so you have to prepare properly. Now we will just revise from the first chapter, okay? Now the first chapter what you have is ration numbers. Now ration numbers, what are things you should know? What are ration numbers? Ration numbers will be of the form P by Q, that is like fractions. But it can be negative fractions, it can be positive fractions. Okay, these are all ration numbers. Then how to represent the ration numbers on a number line? That was the first thing you have learned. Yes, the next thing what you have learned is how to find ration numbers between two ration numbers. That is like 2 by 5 and 1 by 3. How will you find ration numbers between this? So what you will do in that? 5 by 2 by 5 plus 1 by 3 divided by 2. Like this you will do. One answer you will get, that answer plus 1 by 3 divided by 2. You will get second one. Like that you have to do. This is how you will find ration numbers between two ration numbers. Okay. Then arranging it in ascending order, descending order. In that what you will do? You need to take the LCM and you have to arrange it in ascending or descending order. Okay. And then you have some properties of ration numbers. Like you have for integers and all the same way. That is commutative property, associative property, distributive property. All these properties you have for ration numbers also. And then you see the word problems also you have. And then these are all simple multiplications. Evaluate. So what you will do, you will cancel this and you will find the answer. And find a plus b divided by a minus b. A is given to you, b is given to you. Substitute the values here. Okay, and take the LCM. A plus b means take the LCM over here. A minus b, again take the LCM for a and b. And division means what? Multiplying with the reciprocal. Okay, division means multiplying with the reciprocal of the second fraction. So that way you simplify this. And here also you have to simplify this. Okay, so first you will do inside the bracket and then keep on doing. Okay, step by step you do, keep on doing, use the rules of integers and do. Here also you have done this in the classwork. This type is there but the numbers are changed. Okay. And the one words also you go through because you have 14 one words, right? So one words also you go through, okay. And then the properties of ration numbers, commutative property a plus b, b plus a. Okay. And then you have for multiplication a into b equals b into a. And then you have the associative property a plus b plus c is the same as a plus b plus c. All these properties also revised properly. They will give three ration numbers. You have to verify the associative property or you have to verify the distributive property. Or if two ration numbers are given, you have to verify the commutative property like that. Okay, so properties also revised properly. This is the associative property for multiplication. So this exercise is fully based on properties only. Okay, exercise 1.3. And then you have the square root. For finding the square root, you have two methods. One is the prime factorization method. The second method is the long division method. Okay, prime factorization method and the long division method. Two methods you have for finding square root. This is the prime factorization method. Only with prime numbers you need to divide. The second method what you have is the long division method. Okay, one sum I will show you for this one long division method. I will show you one sum. Because prime factorization, that is easy for you. Suppose if I take the number as, let's take 1156. Okay, 1156. If I take this number, this is using long division. Now how many digits are here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 digits are here. So this will be first pair, this will be second pair. So here what you will do, whatever number you are writing here, the same thing should be written over here. So 2 2s are 4, 3 3s are 9, 4 4s are 16. So here you have 3 3s are 9. Subtract both. What you will get? 2. And then what you have to do? 2 digits you have to bring it down. That is 56. And then what you have to do? Double of 3. Double of 3 is what? 3 plus 3. That is 6. And here what digit you have here? 6. So what into what will give you 6 in one's place, you have to see. Okay, 6 into 6 you will get 36 in one's place, 6 in one's place. 4 into 4 you do, that also you will get 6 in one's place. So we will check with 4 first. So 64 into 4, what you will get? 256. This is 0. So what's the square root of 1156? That is 34. Okay, square root of 1156 is 34. You have to write, therefore, square root of 1156 equals 34. This is how you will do with the help of long division method. Suppose you have only 3 digits, what you will do? 256 if you have, what you will do? This is the first pair, this is the second pair. Okay, so this will be 1 ones are 1 and remainder will be 1. Bring down the 2 digits, that is 56. Now what is double of 1? 2. And 2 into what number will give you? This one. 6 in one's place, you have to see. Okay, what number it will give you? This one. 6 in one's place, you have to see. So you see what is, that is, see 6 into 6 is 36, 6 in one's place. 4 into 4, 16, 6 in one's place. So we'll see with 6, okay. So 26 into 6, what you will get? 6 6 are 36, 6 carry 3, 6 is 12, 13, 14, 15. 156 you will get. So this is 6, and this is 156. This is 0. So what is square root of 256? That is 16. Okay, this is how you will do the long division method. Practice all the sums properly. Okay, prime factorization and long division. Next thing what you have is cube root. For cube root you have only one method, that is prime factorization method. You should have triplets in that. Okay, 3 pairs you should have, that is what is prime factorization. Using that method you have to find the cube root. Okay, like here you have 24, 36, 80, 25. What you will do? You need to find the prime factorization and see that you are getting in triplets. That is 2 into 2 into 2 or 3 into 3 into 3, like that. 3 numbers of each are there, each digit are there or not, you have to check. Now the next thing is exponents and powers. For exponents and powers, what you have to do? You have to use all the rules. Okay, that is when you are multiplying with the same base, powers what you will do? You will add. Okay, when you are multiplying with the same bases, powers you have to add. When you are dividing with the same bases, powers you have to subtract. Okay. Then one more thing is, any number to the power of 0 is 1. And then when you have 2 powers, what you will do? Both the powers you need to multiply like this. A power m whole power n will be a power m into n. The 2 powers you have to multiply. Okay. So these laws of exponents you have to use, and you have to simplify, and you have to find the value of x, all that things you have. Now here when you take any number to the power of 0, as I told, it's 1. So this will be 1 plus, now negative power is there, you can't simplify. So what you have to do? You have to bring the power down. So this will be 1 plus 1 by 6 into 3 square, which is 9. And then take the LCM and then multiply with 9. That will be the answer. Then solve for x. That also, when you are dividing with the same base, what you will do? Subtract the powers. Subtract the powers and then see, like this you will do. I will show you the sum. This is 2 power. Here you have 2x minus 1 minus of x plus 2. The powers you need to subtract, and that equals 4. So here you remove the bracket. What you will get? 2x minus 1. This will be minus x. This will be minus 2 equals 4. So here you have 2 power. 2x minus x is x. X minus 3 equals 4. You can write as 2 square. Now when the bases are same, what will happen to powers? Powers also will be same. So here you have x minus 3 equals 2. Transpose this, x value will be 5. Okay, this is how you will do these type of sums, finding the value of x using the laws of exponents. And this also you have to write in standard form. Expansion is given, you have to write in standard form. And then you have the word problems based on rational numbers. Okay. So you see whether it's addition or subtraction. Accordingly, write the steps neatly and solve it. So this completes your first chapter. Okay, again I am repeating the one words of all the chapters. See properly. The challenging sums also see properly. You have so much to revise, children. Okay, don't waste your time. Revise properly. Every day 1 hour at least you should sit and work it out. Then only you can complete. Okay, so much is there. So this completes your first chapter. Okay. And now you have the second chapter. Second chapter you have measurements. Measurements you have all the formulas. Okay, area of the sector, circumference, all these things, formulas you have. You all know what's the area of a circle formula? Pi r square. Okay, area of the circle formula is pi r square. And then you have the sector. Sector means what? A portion of a circle, you cut it out, that is called a sector. So for sector also, when the angle is given, one formula is there. When the arc is given, one formula is there. So all these formulas you revise properly. When the arc length is given, what is the formula? Theta by 316 to 2 pi r. For area it will be theta by 316 to pi r square. The theta means the angle. That angle also will be given to you. Then you have to use this formula. Arc length means what? This length of this arc you have to find. That is what is called arc length. And area of the sector, theta by 316 to pi r square. You know, no circumference is 2 pi r, right? So length of the arc will be theta by 316 to 2 pi r. Area will be theta by 316 to pi r square. So this is how you will find the arc length and the area of the sector. And then you have the perimeter. Perimeter means what? The distance around the figure is called perimeter. This is the arc length and these are the two radii. So L plus R plus R. So you have L plus 2R. That is how you get this formula. Perimeter of the sector is L plus 2R. Okay, so these are the formulas you have. Based on this formula, you have the exercise. Okay, so do the exercise properly. Revise it properly. Okay, revise the formulas properly and apply it properly in the sums. And then you have your combined shapes. Okay, that is one thing will be on the top of the other. That is called combined shapes. Two shapes you will have. So both the shapes separately you have to find the areas and then you have to add them. Okay, like this sums you have. See here these sums are. In this you have so many triangles, some trapeziums you have, so many figures you have. So separately you have to find the areas. Okay, separately you have to find the areas. So name it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this sum you have in the exercise also. Okay, in the exercise also you have one sum. Here also you have one sum. Okay, so this type of sums also you see properly. So name it as different shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4 and then add up all the answers. You will get the answer. And this type of sum, find the perimeter and the area of the given figure. This also you find separately and then add all the answers. Then you have the 3D shapes. For 3D shapes, what all you should know? Only you should know what are the vertices, edges and corners. And how many faces it has, how many edges it has, all these things only you should know. Okay. You don't have any 5 marks or 2 marks in this. Only 1 words will come in this. Okay, so that also you see properly. So a cube has 6 faces. The cross section of a solid cylinder will be a circle. That is when you cut it like this. See, this is a cylinder, right? This is a cylinder. When you cut it like this, what you will get? You will get a circle shape. So revise all this properly. And the next thing you have is algebra. Okay, in algebra what all you have? You have only your formulas. Okay, main is the identities you have to recollect in algebra. So the first thing is you are multiplying. Okay, when you are multiplying, that is multiplying this is called a monomial. One term is a monomial. Here you have 3 terms, that is trinomial. So multiplying a monomial with a trinomial, what you will do? You have to use the distributive property and you have to multiply. Okay, so when you are multiplying, be very careful with the variables. Here you have x square, here you have x cube. So x square into x cube will give you x power 5. Use all your laws of exponents and you have to multiply. Okay, so this will be x square into x cube, x power 5. Y into y cube will give you y power 4. Like that you have to multiply. Okay, be very careful. Any like terms are there, group the like terms and then simplify. So this is multiplication of a monomial with a trinomial. Okay, if you have only monomials, what you will do? You will do like this. These are all 3 monomials. So first you multiply the constants, 2 into 3 into minus 1. That is minus 6. And then this is x square. Here you don't have x term. X square and x cube. So when you multiply both, you will get x power 5. Then here you have y square. Here you have y square. So y power 4. Here you have z. Here you have z cube. Okay, so what you will get? You will get z power 4. Okay, this is z cube. So z cube into z will give z power 4. Here they have given z cube. It will be z power 4. Okay, so like this you have to multiply. If the length and breadth of the rectangles are given, find the area. So L into B you have to do. So revise all this properly. Okay, this is how you will find the product. So here what they have given, here they have given multiplication of binomial with a binomial. So use the distributive property and multiply. Here also use the distributive property and multiply. Okay, so this is how you will do multiplication of polynomials. And then you have the one words, okay. And for division what you will do? Use again the laws of exponents. That is when you are dividing with the same base, powers what you will do? Subtract. So this when this power goes up, it becomes negative. When this power goes up also, it becomes negative. So this will be 25xy square. Okay, so this also revise properly. So multiplication and division, till that we have done. Okay. This exercise you have like this. So here these type of sums what you will do? Division of binomial with a monomial. For that what you will do? Divide each term by this monomial. That is 32y square divided by 2y minus 8yz divided by 2y. Like this you have to divide and you have to do. This also you divide directly. 3 9s are 27 and y cube divided by y will give you y square. Because this power goes up, it becomes negative. So 3 minus 1 will give you 2. So this will be 9y square. Like that you have to do. Okay. So revise all this properly. Okay. Your paper will be for 100 marks. The pattern already I have told you in my previous class. Okay. Go through the pattern properly. Follow the pattern in the exam. Don't forget that. Revise properly because the paper is for 100 marks. Okay. You can't take it easy, children. Okay. So without wasting your time, start revising. So chapter 1, chapter 2, we have revised. That much you revise properly first. Okay. And then revise the practical geometry and graph also properly. That carries 8 marks each.